Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of the Daily Chat Podcast where we talk about all things awesome and nerdy. Mm-hmm. Yeah, woo! So this is a special podcast episode. We did this topic before, but we're going to talk about it again. I'm joined by three of my good buddies out here in Los Angeles. Tom Whalen. Hello. CJ Kelley.
Yes.
And Codie Sanders.
Hello.
Alright, and we're going to be talking about, gamer lifestyles and everything like that in this episode. We did something like this before about a year ago, but sometimes it's a good idea to just, get other people's opinions so you can make more content.
Do you like straightmers too?
Streamers?
Straightmers. Gamers and straightmers. Hilarious.
Okay. We're all here because we're all just a bunch of nerds and we like to sit in front of video games instead of enjoying
There are different levels of nerd though, Kyle.
Yeah, there are different levels.
There are cool nerds. There are socially adept nerds that keep it on the DL, and I think I'm one of them.
Yeah, there's some nerds that just blessed with big old thigh slappers.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
So like you,
when they walk, there's a little bit of a bass drum, if you know what I mean.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So what's the other levels of nerd then, Tom?
There's the agoraphobe.
There's the agoraphobe.
The nerd his entire life consists of staying home and doing this stuff. Then there's like the functional nerd, where it's like nerds that work in an industry. They work for a video game company or they stream. Those are the pro level nerds. They're the devout ones. And then there are successful nerds who they get super successful, but they couldn't really talk to girls growing up. Now they're rich and they can afford an actual spaceship.
Okay.
Nothing gives you confidence to talk to fucking people like having a fucking spaceship parked in the back.
Seriously.
Baby, you wanna try my new electromagnetic propulsion system?
Yeah. I do.
You have an attraction.
You have 3 Ferraris. Congratulations. I have an Enterprise.
Listen, you pull up in a Lambo, you're gonna get girls. You pull up in a spaceship, you're gonna get hot alien girls.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. You're gonna get any girl in the solar system.
Any girl in the solar system?
Yeah.
Oh, who is your guys' favorite, sci-fi or movie character that is a girl?
Oh, okay.
Think Guardians of the Galaxy.
Lara Croft, Tomb Raider.
Yeah, well, I'm talking about like alien type, Avatar. Or...
So a female alien,
anything
that is an alien that we would like to bang.
Beyonce.
That is an acceptable answer.
You know what? I would wholeheartedly accept that answer.
I just am not a nerd movie-wise like that. I don't like the sci-fi movies. I don't like all of the...
You never saw the Avatar porn?
Didn't see Avatar or the porn.
10 feet
dude,
tall.
the Avatar... not Avatar porn. Overwatch porn was amazing.
I don't know.
Wait, you've watched all of these?
No, I haven't. I haven't seen any of these.
Right. Yeah. Right, Kyle. Wink. Nudge.
Never.
But I would say the hottest shit, dude.
Gamora?
Yeah, Gamora. Or she's the
Gamora.
same as the Avatar girl.
The
movie.
Exactly.
The Fifth Element?
Zoe Salonda.
Yeah. You know the Fifth Element?
Yeah.
You know the weird blue opera singing
lady?
You
got the hots for that.
Oh. That was one of the most, No, but I mean, but actually the girl that I would want to bang the most would be the redheaded girl in that movie.
Yeah, Resident Evil girl?
Resident Evil girl.
Mila Jovovich?
Mila Jovovich.
Mm-hmm.
Multipass.
That's...
Yeah.
You know what? I'm going to be honest with you. I've only seen that movie once, and that's just such a... I don't fully understand the whole cult following behind it.
The Fifth Element?
No, I'm just kidding. I totally get it.
Great movie.
I wanted to bang that girl like Chris Tucker played.
Seriously. At the end when he's like, I gotta get one of every element, and he has one match left.
Oh, yeah.
And he's has 3 matches, and he does it, and it goes out, and he's like... It's such a pulse pounding.
Yeah. I haven't seen it forever. I gotta watch it again, to be quite honest with you. It's been maybe 10 years.
Gary Oldman who played the bad guy in that. That's like one of the best bad guys.
Oh yeah, Gary
ever
Oldman's a
too.
great actor.
He's like such a sociopathic. I love when bad guys are like
insane,
weirdly charming, but they also you know what I mean?
Or like Christoph Waltz's character was in
Inglourious
Bastards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like fucking love that character.
Yeah, such a good character.
Yeah.
The Jew Hunter.
The Jew Hunter.
But best character in that Inglourious Bastards movie. It's probably Brad Pitt. I think that's one of my favorite characters. What was it? Lieutenant. No, that's not. I was gonna say you just stole my thought. So, but no. What was Brad Pitt's guy's name? Aldous. Something, but anyways, that was a great character. Bonjourno.
A Reaver Dirty.
Just ripping bumps of coke in the woods in Germany.
But the Bear Jew is a great character. That's played by Eli Roth.
Eli Roth.
Who's the best, probably the best like horror director out right now, because like
that's right. He had some good ones.
He did Hostel. He did Cabin Fever. He did Hostel 2. He did. Actually, there are a couple other ones, and they're escaping me right now. But he focuses a lot around, like, being captured and tortured, and, like, because what's, like, really that scary about, like, Paranormal Activity?
Sure.
You can't really, like, see, it's not, like, real.
Yeah.
I mean, some people believe in ghosts, but I mean, like, everybody could believe in going to Europe and being kidnapped and tortured.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, I mean, that should happen. Like, that should
all the time.
Like, objectively, you know.
I mean, people. Sometimes I hear people screaming in L.A. like bloody murder. Not help. I don't ever hear, but I just hear like screaming, and I'm like, I don't know if that's someone's TV or if like someone is being tortured right now. You know.
I mean,
you never do know.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it is L.A., so it could just be about anything.
Yeah.
Someone like acting or filming something.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
You call the cops.
I wonder how many times that's actually happened in Los Angeles.
What?
Somebody... No, not murder.
They're like acting something out and someone calls the police on them.
Yeah, exactly, yeah, by accident, yeah.
That's why you need permits and shit.
Yeah.
But,
he directed Inglourious Bastard. Or not directed, he was in. This is not just his directing, this is... he directed a Grindhouse. One of Death Proof.
I love Death Proof.
Piranha 3D. These I did know. Last Exorcism. Which was actually really good. It takes place in L.A. and it's like about a girl who doesn't know if she's going crazy or not. There was a Hostel 3.
that is very strange, though. Just the whole thing of exorcism, right? Like, obviously that's a real thing. You know, well, not a real thing, but real enough for the Catholic Church to recognize it,
like accept it,
and like be
but the question is,
imagine being a priest and getting a call like, "Listen, you're the only one in the area that can do it."
Do any of you guys have eye drops?
No.
I got itchy eyes syndrome right now.
Imagine that though. Isn't that weird? That means what do you think? It's just a girl acting crazy?
Right. Well, did you guys watch American Horror Story?
Why is it always girls? That
I watched one of the seasons of American Horror Story.
In the Asylum season, there's an episode where they call a priest to do an exorcism, and the priest allegedly, like he tells this doctor at the hospital, at the asylum that they're at, that technically the church's policy is that an authorized physician is present during.
Yeah, that's what you're supposed to have a doctor there. Yeah,
which is interesting if you think about it.
Science.
Well, no, because
they. Like,
yeah, I mean, I think.
Because what if it is someone just going crazy, and what if it's just like a psychological disorder?
Well, that's why it's like I think in the beginning it was like priests before there was kind of separation of church and state. Right. There was just a priest, and a lot of people were dying. Because, like, if you watch these, like, true story exorcisms, a lot of them were like, she didn't eat for 2 weeks in a row. And, like, she didn't, like, she was, like, you know, eating, like, wood and, you know, whatever, glass or something. Crazy shit. So, like, a lot of people probably died. And then they were like, okay, you can bring a doctor in, you know. But, I don't know.
Maybe it was like the priest brought the doctor in there. They're like, listen, this is bigger than science. There's a goddamn demon.
Right. Well, I wonder what the doctors say.
Maybe in case the exorcism didn't work, they wanted to surgically remove the demon. Like,
yeah, I don't know.
You gotta dig through
Isn't
the
it weird
guts,
though?
and
Like
it's all like
it's just like you
fucking,
have to be
moving,
such a crazy good
demonitis.
actor.
Yeah.
Why would holy
Demonectomy.
water make you
I
go?
got it. Pull it
Yeah.
out. It's all fucking squished.
Why would
I know,
holy
I-
water make you go?
I don't know, but have you ever actually seen real footage from an exorcism?
Yeah, it's
I'm gonna put and like I know that this is a podcast and everything.
Send me the link to it. I'll include it in the description.
Okay, all right, I'll do that. So I'm just while you
I don't
guys
know if
are,
I'm ready for all this right now, guys.
I want to see it.
That's why I have that thing hanging right there.
Is that even yours?
Yeah.
That one's yours.
Yeah.
Rosary.
The rosary beads. Oh.
Why is this getting into a Catholic discussion?
Catholic thing.
I don't know. Maybe we should just drop this. But we're not really talking about Catholics. We're talking about exorcisms. But
Oh shit. Little
What
blues. This is the Avett Brothers. They have a new documentary coming out on HBO, and I want to be the first to say that I loved the Avett Brothers way before it was cool, and it was on HBO. So you can all suck my dick. Yeah.
all right. So anyway, now that we're off that, we got that out of our systems.
No, I'm still looking up.
You're still looking
It's not
us
in our
up.
systems yet, Kyle. Still
We
there.
must
Like
see
a
this.
demon, it's still in there in our system. Thriving.
We must exorcise this
We
demon.
must exorcise this demon of exorcism.
Like for real, where does that where does even the ritual come from? It must be old. No?
Probably pretty old.
Probably
It's
from.
probably
The power of
adapted
Christ
from
compels
whatever.
I'm calling it a Middle Ages thing.
Yeah.
It sounds very Middle Ages.
Yeah. Holy water.
Holy water.
What makes it holy? A priest blesses it, right?
Yeah, something
Yeah.
like that. Yeah.
Holy water. So, anyways, not gonna look it up. So
Okay.
couldn't find it.
You made us waste an entire minute, Tom.
I
No,
made
I'm
you.
just
Isn't this your podcast?
kidding. No, it is.
Shouldn't we be leading this?
No, it's fine. We need to fill content. So at any rate, back to the main topic at hand. I believe we were going to be talking about just gaming and stuff like that. I mean,
Gaming.
yeah, exactly.
Gaming.
Gaming. And we've all done it. Like we're all here. Like we were all just playing Worms a minute ago.
Yeah, so this is a game that not a lot of people are still playing.
Yeah.
This is you try to find a game on Xbox Live, not a single person playing.
No, but I understand what you're saying, but it is a good game.
It's a classic. I mean,
it is a classic.
We've had hours of fun playing it, and the great thing is, no game is the same. You know, different terrain every time.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know, different loadouts every time.
Yeah.
It's a party game.
It is a party game.
What are your top 5 favorite party video games?
party video games?
You have a bunch of people over.
Rock Band.
Rock Band's a
Band
good
for
one.
sure.
Rock Band's a good one. One of the Mario Party games.
Mario Party 2.
Super Smash
Super
Brothers.
Smash Brothers.
Super
yeah.
Smash Brothers for sure. What's your top 5?
I'm trying to think.
All right.
Do games like Halo don't necessarily count as party
Well,
games?
you could, but I don't know.
Because we used to land that.
What
shit all
about
the time
Fusion
back in-
Frenzy? Did you ever play Fusion Frenzy?
I never even heard of it.
It's like mini games. Mini games.
Oh yeah.
Shit. There aren't as many party games as I thought.
Or at least not as many good ones.
Oh, did you guys? This is a real classic. PlayStation 1, I believe. The old South Park game.
I never
I
played
had a
that
friend
one.
64.
Not that one. Even before that. There was a trivia South Park game that had all kinds of
Oh, I
mini
had that
games.
one. Yeah,
That
it
was
was
a
like
great
it was
party.
like Jeopardy or something.
There were multiple different game modes.
Yeah,
It
and there
great.
was that was fun. Actually.
South Park has literally done everything. Trey Parker and Matt Stone have done everything.
Just about. They have
Broadway musical.
Broadway musical.
Won a Tony. Won a Tony.
Won a
Which
Tony.
is great.
Which is crazy. They've won. They must have won Emmys, even if they
Yeah,
didn't.
they've won an Emmy.
Yeah, I was gonna say
The YouTube
because
yeah,
they're
the-
smart. They're not just potty humor and
Right.
stupid.
Yeah.
South Park always has this awesome underlying social
Well,
statement.
Did you ever play the Fractured But Whole or
I did. I beat the Fractured Butthole.
what about what was one before the Stick of Truth?
I didn't beat the Stick of Truth.
Dude, the Stick of Truth, I'm gonna say, is definitely funnier than the Fractured But Whole, but they definitely do a lot with the gameplay elements. They definitely ramp things up in the Fractured But Whole in terms of gameplay.
They ramp things up in the Fractured Butthole.
Exactly.
They ramp things up in the Fractured Butthole. Dope.
Yeah, it's not very often you get TV tie-in games that actually tie in that are actually pretty good. You get a few.
You know what's a great game?
What?
Left 4 Dead.
Also
Left 4
a great
Dead.
game. Classic party game.
That's what
4
I'm.
people?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Because I was trying to think, how can you get 4 people on a TV?
Yeah, I would get my friends and I in high school. It was one of those things where like we went through a month where we would just
Same.
get stoned
Yep.
as fuck and play Left 4 Dead, and
Yep.
it was like the most entertaining shit you could possibly.
I remember my
do.
friend literally was like, he worked at GameStop and he was literally like, "Do you know what's coming out today?" And I was like, "What?" And he was like, "Left 4 Dead." And I was like, "What is Left 4 Dead?" And he was like, "I'm gonna buy you this game. You can pay me back, but I'm gonna buy you this game so we can play."
I don't think I've ever played Left 4 Dead.
Oh my god,
It's
dude!
great.
I never really-
is so much fun.
I played it once or twice. It wasn't my thing, honestly.
Left 4 Dead
zombies?
is such
Yeah,
a great
it's-
game.
Yeah,
It's like it's puzzle. It has puzzle elements to it where it's like you can't disturb the witch.
right.
Kind of like there's strategy to it, but it's also just like run
Zombies
and
are
gun.
coming right at you.
And you gotta like,
Yeah, but you can't drift too far from your team because there are certain zombies that will incapacitate you, and you need your teammates
Yup.
to be able to rescue you.
there's like a guy that will puke. This huge fat guy pukes in your face, and you can't see.
right.
Yep.
Yeah.
Guy shoots his tongue
Cool.
and smashes you. Yeah,
Mhm.
it's just a lot of fun. Like it's a really engaging game. For, like,
Is
So you're
it better than zombies in
you're-
World War II?
different, but
different.
you're only as good as your weakest link, like zombies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like if you're playing zombies and you're playing with someone shitty that doesn't know what they're doing,
Yeah.
you're gonna lose because you're gonna have to always go up and pick them up.
Yeah.
And,
Although theoretically, so that's the thing in Call of Duty Zombies, you could theoretically just say "fuck this guy, I'm gonna survive on my own," and if you're good enough, you could.
Yeah.
Left 4 Dead, you could not. Do
Right,
that
yeah.
because
You couldn't
there
go
are
in.
literally zombies that you need someone around
Mhm.
to be able to protect you.
Yep.
So Left 4 Dead is really like Left 4 Dead. I think requires a lot more active teamwork, whereas
Yeah.
Zombies is very much like there's kind of if you're going towards certain goals,
Yeah,
it helps
you
to
can
work
just-
together. But you could also just run in completely different directions and just kill all the
Yeah.
zombies that come near you.
But that's what was
Yeah.
fun about Left 4 Dead. When you were the last one standing, you were like, there better not be a licker anywhere near
Right.
here. Or
And
like,
there are like
Yeah.
sounds you can hear what kind of zombies are coming
Yeah.
based
Yeah.
off the
it was
sounds.
a really good game.
Yeah, so it was like it was a lot of fun. A lot
Yeah.
of fun.
Favorite zombie game? Left 4 Dead, would you say? Or
Dying Light, I would
Dying
say.
Light?
Honestly, yeah, it was a good sandbox zombie game.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Free running mechanics were really fun, and that's something I think that has like been missing in zombie games.
Mhm.
Like free running mechanics. Like, of course, you would jump on buildings and learn to climb around shit. Like,
Right,
there's
right,
actually a zombie apocalypse
Yeah.
happening.
Mm-hmm.
And they did it really well, and they blended co-op and like PvP styles in
Mhm.
that game really
Okay.
well. So you can there's a Be the Zombie campaign where you basically like have to fight against a squad of maybe like 4 players, and they're trying to take out these hives that you've planted,
Mm-hmm.
and you have to take them out. And they have these UV flashlights that can disable all your attacks.
Yep.
So you have like this locomotion ability where you have tentacles and you can jump all over the place. So it ends up being this dynamic where you can see them and track them,
Yep.
and you have to kind of jump around these buildings and like come in fast and take one of them out and then leave before the others because they're stronger than you, but you're much more faster and more
Right,
mobile,
right,
and you
right.
have like certain tactical abilities at your disposal.
Okay.
So
Right.
it was a really good. I thought it was a really good balancing of like a zombie versus like human kind of PvP.
Mm-hmm. That's dope.
Okay.
it's a
I
really good game.
loved Dead Rising.
I never played
3
Never
was
actually played
great.
Dead Rising.
The third Dead Rising was really good. You could build your own weapons and like modify, which was cool. But there
Right.
were also mini games. So if you got sick of playing single player, you could go play online where they did this arena.
That's cool.
Yeah, where it was like it was like a game show, and you had to driving around on a motorcycle with 2 chainsaws on the side and how many you could kill. It was dope. Yeah. It's yours, Siege Tank.
I like State of Decay.
State of the game.
Let's see, okay.
State of Decay. That's cool. It's cool because like you start off as like one character, and then like you can have a bunch of different people who have different stats, and you can build the stats like. You know, some guys are like, like the more you just use your bare hands and fight zombies, your fighting skill goes up and shit like
Sure.
that. You can get vehicles, and it's kind of like Grand Theft Auto, where it's just like this woodsy area, And then you have safe houses and shit and all that stuff. But if, like, say your character dies, they just die right there, and then the camera goes to, like, you know what I mean, your other character.
Oh, sure.
Okay.
And you lose the progress.
Oh, show us.
That's cool.
Okay.
Scavenger type of game.
Me, I would have to say, what was that one that was on PlayStation? They're coming out with the sequel, The Last of Us.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
I
I
like
never
that.
finished The Last of Us.
How did you not finish The Last of Us, dude?
I mean, I played it at a friend's, or I
Oh, okay.
borrowed it short term, and The Last of Us was fun, but it was one of those games where, like, I didn't quite understand the mechanics at first. So I'll tell you what happened. Like, I used a shiv to pick the lock in a door, and I didn't realize that I would then need that shiv immediately after to survive one of the rooms with those clicking things.
Oh, yeah.
So that was one of the things. It was one of those things where it was like, I didn't have it long enough to get past that learning curve of being like, oh, I actually need to, like, make effective use of the things that I pick up and shit.
Dude, I highly recommend it because it is honestly probably one of the best campaigns I've
heard
played
good things,
in a long
and even
time.
just in the beginning, the storyline was obviously, like, really engaging.
Oh, dude, the
Even
ending
from
is jaw-dropping. You're just like,
Right.
oh my fucking god.
Yeah, that's what I've heard. I've heard nothing but good things about the story.
I want to buy a PlayStation 4 just so I can buy that game and beat it again and then buy the sequel when it comes out.
Did you guys play the new Resident Evil?
I'm playing it right now, actually.
Really good. The beginning is way more fun than the second after. I don't want to give anything away, but after you leave the kind of Texas chainsaw area, it gets a little bit slower. But how far are you?
Oh, I'm still in the house, so.
Yeah, but isn't it? It's scary.
It is pretty scary. I don't want to play the game. There are actually just points where I'm like, the other day I actually tried to play it, and it just kept creeping me out too much, and I was like, you know what?
Yeah, it's scary.
I don't care if I've only played 10 minutes. I'm all upset. Like, I don't need to deal with this. But somebody was actually telling me, though, that the game is better in
VR?
VR,
Yeah.
I have still yet to play a VR game, ever,
Yeah,
period.
same.
Yeah, I had a Gear VR that you could put a Samsung into, and I played a couple games on that, but that was like really elementary VR. It's not like. I also did play that Rick and Morty VR.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The one VR I do want to try, but I know I don't want to buy, is they just came out, with a few months ago, they came out with a special lightsaber battle simulator.
Oh, I saw that.
Yeah, it's $200, and it's like, yeah, this seems really fucking cool, but, you know, I wanted to also do multiplayer. There's no multiplayer with it. You just fight a computer. And the problem with that is after a certain point, you're going to figure out how to beat the computer and never lose.
Yeah.
So,
have you guys ever been to Disney World?
Yeah.
not in a while.
Disney Quest?
Disney Quest. There's this place in Disney World in downtown Disney.
They actually shut it down now, but yeah.
Quest is done? You gotta be kidding me.
Yeah.
Well, it was like a 4 or 5 story video game complex. All free. You paid an entrance. Sometimes they would let you go for free and stuff.
Yeah.
But you paid an entrance fee.
That's super lame that it's closed.
But you could, I know, but they had virtual reality before virtual reality was even close to, and they had this lightsaber game that was just like so shitty and clunky, but like when you played it, you were like,
so cool.
Yeah, it freaked me out. I was like 11 playing it.
Yeah.
But I miss Disney Quest though.
I like, dude, Disney Quest had, like, you could build your own roller coaster.
Yep.
That's cool. And then you sit in the little pods and they flip you around and stuff.
One time me and my dad went on like a father-son trip to ESPN The Weekend, which was one weekend a year. ESPN took over MGM Studios.
Yep.
And I'm a huge sports fan. So we go to this, and it's awesome, and I convinced my dad to go to Quest, and I was like, let's do the roller coaster thing. My dad had been drinking beers all day. He was hungover from the night before. I do as many loop-de-loops as physically possible. Mm-hmm. My dad gets out for like 45 minutes straight. He's just like bent over, breathing heavy. Just give me a second. You know?
Yeah, that's what my dad used to do at Disney. Like, we go with like a couple other families or whatever.
Yeah.
You know, to Disney World.
Mm-hmm.
It was only like a 2-hour drive for us. And all the because Disney World you can buy beers at too. Disneyland out here you can't. But my mom would take us on the rides, and then if my sisters were too young, my dad would sit and watch them. They weren't tall enough, and just get hammered. Mm-hmm. His buddy's eating a big old chicken leg.
It's the move.
Yeah.
I don't know. I would like to do that. Just get hammered at an amusement park.
Oh yeah, it's the best.
Yeah. I mean,
Disney, you can like sneak flasks in.
Yeah.
California Adventure Center here in Universal Studios.
Acid in amusement parks, though.
Yeah.
That's the business.
Yeah.
You gotta plan it right. You can't go when it's crowded.
Yeah.
Because crowds.
Yeah. You know what I love? You know what I love
ever.
when I do acid? Copious amounts of children around me. That's the perfect situation.
Yes. Endless entertainment.
Yeah.
Endless entertainment. Yeah, you go on a school day. And it's just like nobody.
That's only the cool kids.
Honestly, we should.
We cool parents.
Yeah.
We need to take that. We need to take that trip. Go to the mountains.
What are you talking about?
Nothing.
You just have a
I just
fucking
went off topic. I'm
Jack
sorry.
Kerouac moment?
Forgot we were fucking
I
recording.
must return to the mountains. I've spent too much time in the city and it's
Speaking
corrupted
of
my soul.
acid,
But seriously.
But
Seriously.
actually,
I wanna go
yes.
freaking snowboarding, dude.
Oh shit, dude!
Speaking of snowboarding,
never
games,
have
you
been
guys
good at
remember
snowboarding.
what was it? It was called 1080 Degrees or something like
1080
1080
snowboarding.
Yeah,
1080
that game was
snowboarding.
great.
And it was
Great.
like, you could pick all the characters and they were all like hanging out in the lodge.
it was
Um,
such a '90s game.
Yeah.
Not that I really loved snowboarding in person, but one of my favorite games of all time was Shaun White snowboarding.
I
Yeah.
never played that one.
That was free roam,
Yep.
which was really cool, and it was just like at that time more open world than any other game that I had seen, other than maybe Spider-Man.
What Grand Theft Auto?
Remember the Spider-Man game?
Yeah.
Which one, Spider-Man 2?
The first free roam.
Spider-Man.
Yeah, yeah.
Is that Spider-Man 2?
Yeah, I
I
think
feel
so.
like
Yeah.
every Spider-Man game that came out was pretty classic in its own way.
Uh,
PS1 ones? You ever play the PS1 ones?
Yeah, they were okay. Where you would go up on those were puzzle based. You
That
go
was
up
a
on the
fun-
ceiling and
Wait, are we talking the one that opens up with a narration by Stan Lee?
Probably, I think so, yeah.
Yeah, my favorite part, I think I've talked about it before on this podcast, but my favorite part about that game was if you decided to name your file, you could name the file. So, like, I would name it Kyle's, and then my brother would name his Ryan, etc., etc. One time I tried naming it Asshole. I named it Asshole, and then Spider-Man comes up, punches it, and then your name becomes Joe, and you can't change it ever again.
That's weird.
See, that's the thing I love about, like, little, like, old games like that. Like, they always had those little ticks that you could find out.
Well,
Like, I don't know
they
if...
still do them. They still do them. Like,
Yeah,
but now
that's
they're
true.
But now they're just more like in-game Easter eggs.
Yes, and it's also, like, it's not quite the same.
No.
Like, with the age of the internet. Because, you know, everyone knows all the Easter eggs
Right.
so much.
Yeah.
Back in the day, it was like you really had to figure
You had to have
shit
that
out.
magazine.
Yeah, exactly.
IGN or whatever. Or
Dude,
Ga-
I'm
yeah,
not gonna
GameSpot
lie.
or-
I am still surprised that the whole idea of selling a game manual is still a thing.
Right.
I
Yeah.
bought the
Some
Fallout
people
4.
like books.
I bought the Fallout 4 game manual just because it was really cool looking.
Yeah.
Sure.
I still have it. It was like the guy at GameStop fucking way oversold me. You know, but like fucking went in there, bought it, bada bing, bada boom. Now I have a book I don't read.
Don't
I
we
mean,
all?
you could put that on your
Don't
coffee
we all?
table.
Yeah, it would be cool if I had a coffee table. I could totally put it on there.
So you need to aspire to buy a coffee table so you could put that
or
book
just
on
be
it.
somewhere that has one. You know.
Just like, I brought this by. in
Yeah,
case
this
any
is
of y'all wanted
yours
some
now.
good coffee table reading.
But it was a great game, Fallout 4.
Yep.
I still
yep.
haven't finished it yet. I
Oh,
got it.
boo.
It's just so massive. I'm like, ugh.
Let me guess. You joined with the Institute.
I haven't made my final decision yet. So,
All right.
I mean, like, I'm just joining whoever offers me a spot first, just because it's more missions to do. But
I went with the Brotherhood because I wanted to see the big ass robot.
oh, well, now I have a reason to see the Brotherhood, but they're kind of douchebags. I don't like being a douchebag on my first playthrough.
Here's what I think it comes down to. The Brotherhood, yeah, they're douchebags. Yeah, they're hard-ons. Yeah, they want
Yeah.
stuff their way. But in real life, and that's what I think Fallout simulates completely. I think Fallout's the best at simulating real life.
Yeah.
In real life, you don't go with the person that tells you what you want to hear. And that's what the Institute wants you to do. They're smart. So just remember that as you're playing.
Okay. No, I think what just...
Oh,
I don't know.
Just so you know.
Yeah, no. No,
Yo, it was so cool running in the railroad with the Brotherhood seal and just popping all the fucking...
I
Play
mean...
Fallout 4?
No.
You know what I did that fucked me over in Fallout 4? I actually was with the Brotherhood, but then I was like, fuck it, I want to see if I can kill everybody in this blimp. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I did. And then they were after me.
Sylvie, what's up?
Yo.
Try knocking next time. We're actually doing a podcast right now. But it's okay, you can come in.
Video game podcast. Say hello.
And now Ollie's like all like happed up and everything. Yeah, we're here recording with the
hi,
dog.
Sylvie, if you want. Say everybody.
Hi, Sylvie.
No,
Hi.
it's just right in there.
Oh, cool. Hi, everybody.
We got Big Ali here too.
Yeah, we got a big doggy
Our
here.
mascot, you know.
Yeah, our mascot for the
Nice
episode.
face.
I know. They didn't even notice me yesterday. They all started laughing at me.
I actually wanted to say you look seriously like Kevin Spacey. Without
thanks.
yeah, exactly.
That's a good one. I used to take that as a compliment.
You look
but-
like you know who you look exactly like? Boss
Can I have one of
Baby.
these smokes?
Looks like Boss Baby. How many do you have, CJ?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm really pressed right now.
I am too. Yeah, we're doing a gaming podcast. We're all broke. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
exactly.
We all spend too much time playing video games and not working. You know?
Speak for yourself, Tom.
Yeah.
I play lots of video games, but I also work.
That's true. I'm just projecting. I'm projecting my own self-hatred onto all of you.
It's okay. It's okay.
I have enough of my own self-hatred, Tom. I don't have any of yours. Thank you
I'll
very
give you a little
much.
bit. You can take a couple. Ali's was just having his solo in there in the mic.
Yeah, exactly.
I wonder
I
if
have
Count.
things to say, but no words to express them with.
Get away!
Just
Get away!
Everyone is
Sniff the
speaking into this
microphone.
thing. It must be a thing of interest.
yeah.
Yeah. So Sylvie, do you play video games or? Okay.
The
So
one
that's-
video
It's a
game
great
I
person to
ever
walk
had-
in.
The
What?
one video game I ever had, I found a Game Boy Color Advance, a purple one, in the park, and my mom made me return it to Lost and Found. And I waited 2 weeks for somebody to pick it up, and then she said I could go get it since nobody had claimed it, and it had Donkey Kong in it.
Oh,
Nice.
yeah. Donkey Kong was
Classic.
dope.
Yeah.
64 games in general are still too... I mean, I know you're not talking 64, but Donkey Kong 64, one of the best games ever. Oh, we were
Classic
talking
Nintendo
party games.
Even like
Dude, that game was
Legend
just
of
a-
Zelda, Super Nintendo.
Yeah, I never
Link's
got...
Awakening.
I liked the original Super Nintendo, but I didn't like when it got to like Ocarina of Time. I stopped playing Zelda.
Sure.
But
Because everybody's like, that's the best one until what's the one that came out this year?
but that one
Breath of
didn't
the
even.
Wild.
That one did. I played that one too, and that one didn't even. I mean, if I'm gonna be playing an RPG, I like it to be first person. Fallout, Oblivion, Skyrim.
Yeah. I agree. There's something just about the original, like Super Nintendo N64 and then the Game Boy.
Yeah.
Legend of Zelda games.
Yeah.
Like they were just classic.
I like the form, like the way it looks. You know,
Mm-hmm.
just like I liked this Resident Evil most recently so much more because it was first person and not the kind of like.
Over the shoulder.
Yeah, like I always found it really tough to.
I don't know. I don't mind over the shoulder. I mean, I've been playing a lot of Gears of War again lately, so.
I never got Gears of War either.
Oh, I love the absolute ridiculous
lighter
violence
over
of
there?
Gears of War, but I'm a psychopath, so.
Yeah, we can tell.
Yeah, we know. Yeah, Kyle, we know. In fact, we all feel really uncomfortable with you right now. Like,
Any of you guys ever play
Birds
laser
of a feather.
tag?
laser tag. I freaking love laser tag. Can we go play laser tag?
I wish. One time my uncle got us kicked out of my birthday party, got my whole birthday party kicked out of laser tag because he got into a fight with like an 11-year-old kid.
That's hilarious.
And he was like, the kid was like, he kept shooting my cousins who went up to the kid. And my uncle's just a piece of crap. He told me that, like, you know what, I don't want to say that, rest in peace. He's dead. But he used to tell me how he used to, like, cook meth in my grandmother's basement and stuff.
How old were you when he told you this?
Like 12,
What?
11. Yeah, he was like, you know, I used to cook up meth in
You're like,
Manny's
what's that?
basement.
Yeah, what's mad? He's like, oh, well, let me tell you.
Yeah.
You want to try? Yeah, exactly. I got some right here, little
He was
boy.
just trying to acquire
Only $5
customers.
Yeah.
a pop.
Yeah. One
Ask your
time,
daddy for money.
one time we were in my, one time we were in my grandmother's backyard and we were idiots. We were hitting golf balls, like driving golf balls, like into the tennis. Like there was a big tennis club behind us, and we like broke a couple of the windows, and like by mistake, you know, we were trying to hit him over it. But and then my uncle, because he lived with my grandmother, and we were at my grandmother's house, me and 3 of my friends, and he comes down in just whitey tighties, starts screaming. All of my friends run into the bathroom, close the door. I'm just like, Uncle Mark, I understand that he's just crazy. But yeah, he's dead now. So
R.I.P.
Say
Uncle
la
Mark.
vie.
rest in peace, Mark.
Uncle Mac.
Crazy Uncle Mark. Did you guys have any crazy uncles?
Nah, not
Anything?
that I want to get
My
into.
mom suffices for all of them.
Oh, there you go. There you go. Crazy moms.
So
My mom is too chill.
Yeah.
She lets everybody
Too
walk all over her.
chill.
She's too chill, dude.
So, if you had to pick a favorite video game franchise, what would it be?
Okay, that's a tough
Kingdom
one.
Hearts.
This might be Call of Duty. Because
Halo.
that's Halo.
Yeah.
Well, no, but there hasn't been a Halo in the last 3 years that I've liked.
Yeah.
Well, in general. But no, they came out with Halo Wars 2, right, recently?
I never played that one. I'm not an
I played that one originally. But see, I'm a big StarCraft guy, so I didn't like because it looked exactly like StarCraft, but it played way different.
Yeah.
But, I don't know. Favorite? I mean, NBA 2K is probably, honestly, my favorite all time. But if we're talking other than sports games, probably Call of Duty.
Okay.
Total War, anyone?
Total War.
Anyone
Never
Total
heard
War
of it.
fan? So as far as like RTS games,
like Fable.
that's my favorite. Fable is good.
Elder
Fable was
Scrolls.
great.
I like Fable.
Fallout's
Anything
actually
Bethesda
Fallout
makes.
probably.
Anything
Fallout.
Bethesda makes,
Fallout's
yeah.
actually my favorite probably. Yeah.
I like Skyrim better than Fallout, I think.
I
liked-
agree.
I liked
but that's just
Obliv-
because I'm partial to
Yeah.
fantasy, and
I liked Oblivion more than I like Skyrim.
I'd never played Oblivion.
I've
Oblivion
never
was
played
great.
Oblivion either.
Oh, but the sheer scale in Skyrim, man.
Well, it's
is
huge, but
huge.
they left out the arena in Skyrim,
Sure.
and I loved the arena where you
Sure.
could just like go back.
Fable had the arena, Fable 2.
Yeah. I guess that's the other thing. I played enough like arena games that I didn't really miss it. It was just like something.
No,
it was
it-
nice to just have like a huge ass world to just like
Dude, in
wander
Fable 1,
through.
and
And there was like
I'm
little
going-
like Easter egg things
Yeah.
you could find. Like there's this lighthouse, and you come across it, and you come across this story of like these people who were killed by these little demons who came in from their basement.
Yeah.
But then you kill the demons that took over their lighthouse, and you end up unlocking like a permanent perk.
Yeah.
So it's just like this little thing. You hear the story, but then you get like this perk that gives you like extra regeneration or whatever the hell for like lighting the lighthouse. And it was just like those little tiny like interesting. Like it didn't feel like every dungeon didn't feel the same. All the dungeons felt kind of like they had their own character, and that was something that I really loved about Skyrim.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I do enjoy the open world games, but I just think it's kind of weird how the industry has just suddenly made a massive shift to almost every franchise now feels like it's going open world.
Everything is going. It's weird how technology works, where it's like the further we get with technology, the more we want to like go back to the way things were.
Yeah.
And I feel like we're taking this more explorative thing with video games and like living actual life RPGs
Right.
Yeah.
and like you know what I mean. And so I don't know.
I mean, I'm not saying I dislike it. It's just I just finished playing Doom, and like I kind of enjoyed the simplicity of simply just go forward, shoot things until they're dead.
Bye,
Right.
Sylvie.
I
Later.
have to get ready for a gig. Wish me luck.
Later.
Good luck.
Break a leg.
But yeah, that's what I mean. Like, so I just enjoy, it's kind of like what you were saying. I enjoy like the old school simplicity of go forward and shoot things. Sometimes,
Yeah.
sometimes it helps. Just
Yeah.
Cody, did you want to ride with us tonight or no?
No, I've got school shit I need to work on today.
yeah.
Blah.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, I think we've talked about just about everything but video
Yeah.
games mostly.
No, we talked about a lot of
we
video
did
games.
We did talk a lot.
I
about
think
video
this
games.
was a very we delved
lot of
into a
changes.
lot of issues, and I think it was a fun time. I think we all had a grand old time.
Yeah, I had a great time actually. Yeah.
You're a grand old pod, you're a high flying pod, and forever the games we will talk. All right. Thank you for having me, Kyle.
Thanks, Kyle.
Yeah. No problem, guys.
Thank you for bringing the studio to us.
Yeah, not a problem at all, guys. And thank you for being on it. Guys,
Yeah.
thanks for joining us. Guys, you have any social media you would like to plug at all?
Of course I do. I have Tom Tells Jokes on Instagram, Tom Whalen, Sir Tommy J. Whalen on Twitter. My podcast, The Loudcast. You can find The Loudcast. That's my podcast. My Twitch, The Pink Dot Boys, www.twitch.tv/pinkdotboys. And, just send me a booby picture.
Yeah. You can follow me on Instagram at TheRealCJ Kelley, Facebook Comedian CJ Kelley, and yeah. That's about
Oh,
it.
I host an open mic if you're in LA, Hollywood Hotel, Saturday at 7.
And
That's all mine.
I'm staying unplugged this one. But
Unplugged.
Unplugged. All right.
Again,
Unplugged.
next
Yeah,
time.
and you guys who follow, you can find me Kyle Daley 1987 Instagram and Twitter.
Now you dated yourself there.
And I don't give a shit. I really don't give a shit.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, we're all over.
Yeah. All right, guys, that's gonna do it.
Hell yeah.
Bye.
Good shit.
Bye.
Well, that was fun. Who's for Chinese?